Today I will present Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will present the analysis of the Samsung electronic in terms and energy and globalization. Samsung Electronics is a major multinational company operating in a highly competitive and politically global environment. In this presentation, I will establish Samsung Sonic using key teaching frameworks and explain challenges and opportunities a company face globally. Here is the inner genesis of today. First, I will introduce Samsung Electronics, including its background, traditions, possession, expect environment. Then I will assist and promote competitive environment using product process and responded analysis. After that, I will explain Samsung realize and various change. Finally, I will discuss Samsung the characteristics, key structural issues, recommendations, CSR, and questions before moving to the Q&A session. Sam- Samsung Economics was founded in 1969 and is a headquartered in the South Korea. It is one of the world's largest technology companies with foreign businesses in semiconductors, smartphone, consumer, and the display panels. Samsung operation is more 70 and countries and is a global managed framework, including farmers in South Korea, Vietnam, and other regions. Its size global will keep Samsung strong and economic at scales and cost expenditures. Samsung positioned itself as at innovation and the first global energy leader. Unlike some competitors, Samsung committed when difference of vision and five vision and factor vision communications. These unknown Samsung compete through technology's leadership, speed to the market, and protection scale. In Farmington, Samsung added Smoke 27 offers both premium products like the Galaxy S series and mid-range models like the Galaxy A series. Its main competitors include Apple, Xiaomi, and Huawei. Using Planetary analysis, I can identify important exporting firms after the Samsung potato review. Samsung is a U.S. technologies restrict expertly expert in on firms. Economically, the same conduct in the phone and the capital increase financially. Socially, global demand mark intentions of the to continuous and to grow. Technology plug in AI applications kept we both observations in the pressure environmentally significantly manufacturing with its energy concept, creative sustainability pressure. Legally, Samsung most prominent global IP law and regulatory standards. Using product's five flaws, competitive rivalry is very high, with strong competition from Apple, Xiaomi, Huawei, and other chip manufacturers. Firepower is more moderate as Samsung differentiates itself the technology and branding. Supplier power is no moderate because Samsung the products make key competitive internally. Shortly and trade is low due to the high capability and technology requirement. Threat of the substrate market is moderate and technology to energy. Overall, they are industry competitive and challenging. From from the SWOT analysis, strength including strong submitting competing high R&D investment and global scale. Recently, I fixed and explored including Cheuk opportunity including AI, attract the models and marketing emerging market. First including West and interest policy competition. In this show, the Samsung was strong trend one, but it also faces major and, and usability. This VR analysis highlights Samsung the key resources and capability. Samsung semiconductor and manufacturers is abundant software, difficult to implement, and well organized, which gives competitive and sustained competitive edge. Its R&D keep strongly spoke, including but competitive many maintains us over time. So this creates competitive competitive. Samsung's global brand also provides a competitive and example. It is not completely unique. In addition, Samsung from the features to support a core and core and the ability create and under sustain competitive features. Overall, the field analysis show that Samsung strong long-term and growth from semiconductors and urban operations. This this expand Samsung's wallet change in adverse analogous like Samsung security materials and compass as globally. In operations, Samsung is house chip manufacturing is a major advantage change. Its open abilities. Samsung using global distribution network to the divisions efficiently in marketing service or and provide strong after sales and support. Overall, political industry strengthens strategic controls and non-competitive. Samsung currently focus on three main areas. First, companies continues having investment in computers and AI chips. Second is using providers developers sufficient both premium and bench marketing. Third, it is a product consuming manufacturing is a fashion conditions in the single part country and it provides surprising interest barrier. This track show that Samsung is trying to remain competitive in both technologies and global operation. The first, the first issue is a psychological consumerism. Demand fluctuations can cause using stable and perfect. At the same time, high singing song purchase and dying turns. When first is oversupplied, this is can competition and more urgent promotion. As semiconductors are one of Samsung key business, this issue has a major impact over pair performance. The second trend issue is US-China technology Chinese research expand controls can limit market access and technology transfer. Supply chains of also including risks. In addition, competitions cost and business everything. This means Samsung must careful and regulate the choice iterative in the global competitive. Geopolitics affects Samsung structure. The US-Chinese trade war is reshape global supply chains. Government subsidies also influence infrastructures, especially in semiconductor manufacture. At the same time, South Korea strict alliance with the US plays important in the Samsung global positioning. So the Samsung strength in not only by market competition but also by international policy. Basics on the drug issue identify area. I have developed my recommendation to add problems. Edition 1 conduct conduct quantitative to functions to impact of competitions. Samsung should conduct opportunity into AI and coders moment starter when the man is more storm in the launcher. In addition, the competition should focus more on the higher-end chips when that William, Volume, and the competition. This can help Samsung protect profit competitive during in the downturns. These actions can both revolution and market trends caused by semifinal circle fluctuations. Addressing to issue to US Chinese technology restrict to to manage and regulate Samsung should strengthen regional inflation by expand production process assist different regions. This working and damage single market then can many times supplying and structure and export control risks. Overall, this recommending direct response to the stricter challenge, identify and support Samsung launchers competitive in a recent and higher global environment. Samsung CSR is including carbon reuse and energy efficiency, responsible enables standards, launches stable environment. This action supports Samsung branding meditation, trust, and regulatory capital choice. CSR is and finally corporations, but also and the partner of the Samsung launch is business strategy. In conclusion, Samsung economic remains global knowledge leaders. However, he is also facing the challenge of vectors, including on the and the implementation. By focusing in local information, visualizing measurement, and study and the verification, Samsung can shrink in turn positions and maintain its competitive and competitiveness in global market. Thank you for listening.